no matter how big he actually did get, he never pushed that beyond us. We were stuck in St. Paul in the ice last year, 2009 season. The polar ice came back. That was the part when he blew up the engine on the Cornelia Marie, trying to push the ice out of the way so he and I could both get in and deliver. And then the polar ice pack came back around, and anyway, he's sitting there with a blown up engine. We're unloading crap. And, well, what are we doing today? Well, 6 days in a row, we're stuck in St. Paul. And if you know anything about St. Paul, which you probably don't, there's got to be a population of maybe 200 year-round residents there. The first day, they have the grade school kids all come down, and they're up and down. It's like the new playground. And they've got Captain Phil to sign autographs, and that lasted with Phil about 20 minutes. And then he had the crew taking them through the engine room. They're building snowmen on deck, blah, blah, blah. What are we doing tomorrow, Phil? Well, we're doing this. Hey, how about the season of Deadwood? Or, hey, you give me the first 2 seasons of Rescue Me. I'll give you my 2 seasons of Deadwood. This went on for 6 days in a row, nonstop, round the clock. You could get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We're doing this, we're doing that. I said, what are we doing today? You know what we're doing today? He says, we're calling Tony Stewart. Really? Yeah. I said, you want to go to a NASCAR race? I said, God, would I love to. Well, let's call Tony Stewart up. I'm thinking, oh, shit. He picks up the sat phone. Hey, Troy. Oh, he said, it's not Tony. It's Tony Stewart's crew chief. Just a minute. I'll be right with you. And he's blah, 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 blah. And he says, well, okay, you don't believe it? Here, I'll put him on speakerphone. So, hey, Tony, what's going on? He hangs up from Tony Stewart. He said, you know who David Perowitz is? Well, being a Harley guy, hell yeah, I know who David Perowitz is. Let's call Perowitz and see what's going on. Bit, 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 bit. And I'm thinking, you know, now here's a guy that's got a Rolodex that's like, wow. Phil, you're just a crab fisherman. You're a crab fisherman. That's all you are. You're a crab fisherman. And, you know, it's afforded some really famous people a look at what some real people do, you know, and it also has got a little bit of exposure about some of the real guys to be able to, it's been kind of a two-way deal here, and it's, yeah, like I said, pretty neat deal. For 25 years, those people that used to walk across the street to have to keep from having to walk past us are now walking across the street to say, hey, guess who I got to walk by today? And it's a you don't have to be on TV. You know, like we laughed about it earlier. We used to do it for the money. Now it's for the fame.
No, it's still for the money.
Is it?